Hi, I'm Terry Farr, Executive Director with the Greater Picayune Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to Chamber Conversations. Today I'll be meeting with John Ferrucci. How you doing, John?
Doing well, thank you.
Let me come up here to your office. John is the General Manager with Silver Slipper here in, I guess this is Bay St. Louis.
Beautiful downtown Hancock County, Mississippi.
There you go. So anyway, I'm going to let John get into more details after a while, but Silver Slipper is a sponsor, well, they're a member of the Chamber of Commerce, first of all, and they are a big donor and sponsor of the Chamber, so we appreciate that a whole bunch. Appreciate what you do for the Chamber and for the community, not just, the surrounding area. So
thank you.
Anyway, John, why don't you tell us who John Ferrucci is?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm originally from New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And my career started in education. I taught in the public school system in New Jersey for 7 years, and when I finally got my master's degree in education, I worked for the State Department of Education.
Oh.
I was a director in New Jersey Department of Education for a year or so, and just wasn't the right job for me at that point in my life. I was too young. I had too many things I wanted to do, and I got caught up in the bureaucracy. So I quit it all and opened an Italian restaurant. And so we ran the restaurant for a while. And this is just at the time when gaming in Atlantic City was coming online.
Right.
So at one point, I'd gone back to the classroom after I sold the restaurant and went to dealer school at night and quit all that and became a blackjack dealer. The Atlantic City Press did an article on me that I was the best educated blackjack dealer in the city. So,
all right.
So we knew that. I just saw an opportunity for me at that point, and it was an emerging market. Atlantic City was just coming online. Excuse me, and it worked well. I mean, I grew. I worked one summer with Caesars, and then I worked with Harrah's, and I was with Harrah's for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And that's really where I learned the business. And they kind of saw that I had potential, and they kind of groomed me. And I worked every job in the building by the time I was finished, And then I left Harrah's and went to the Bahamas, believe it or not. We ran a little casino on Grand Bahama Island, just outside of Freeport. Did that for almost 4 years. And then I got recruited by the Grand Casinos that were just getting started here in Mississippi.
Right.
So I came from the Bahamas to Gulfport, Mississippi, and opened the Grand Casino Gulfport. And 6 months later, I went up the road and helped them open the Grand Casino in Biloxi. And I've been really on the coast in one capacity or another ever since.
So what year was this now that you
came to
the coast?
Came to the coast in 1993.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we opened Grand Casino Gulfport in May of '93, and around October, I got promoted and moved up the road and helped them open the Grand Casino in Biloxi, which opened in January of '94.
So what about Silver Slipper? When did that open?
Well, Silver Slipper I was the general manager of the Casino Magic in Biloxi in the year 2004, and the original developer of who had control of the Casino Magic at the time, major gaming group called Pinnacle Entertainment.
Right.
The CEO of that company was starting a new venture down here in Hancock County, and he called me and asked me if I wanted to be part of it. So my wife and I drove down and sat out here on this corner, and I tell you couldn't see another human being as far as you looked. And you sure you want to do this? I said, yeah. I think there's potential here. I think it's going to be some fun.
Right.
So I went on board with them in January of '05. We actually did a groundbreaking here for the Silver Slipper, and there was a riverboat in the background called the Northern Belle, which had come all the way down from the Great Lakes under its own power, was a paddle wheeler. And that was going to be the Silver Slipper. We were going to build a little land-based building with a buffet and maybe a retail shop and that sort of thing, and then a gangplank that went over to the boat, and the boat was going to be like 3 stories of gaming and entertainment and poker room and all that good stuff. Now that was in January of '05. So a month or so later, a group of investors called me from Biloxi, and they said, we're buying the old Broadwater properties, which was the queen of the coast, back in the day.
Yeah.
So the Broadwater Beach Hotel and the golf course there, and they had the President Casino Barge, which was in the marina across the road. And they said, we're going to buy all this real estate, but we're not ready to be in the gaming business. Do you know anybody might want this casino barge? And I said, yeah, we might. I got this little riverboat. I could get this big old barge, and the barge was turnkey. I mean, it was 3 restaurants. It was over 1,000 gaming positions, and turnkey, was open operating. So on April 15th, I remember it was tax day, we did kind of a simultaneous closing where these guys bought the real estate and we bought the asset of the gaming barge from them. And from April 15th on, we were Silver Slipper Casino, DBA, the President Casino, and we were up and running. So as soon as we got in, we shut down one of the restaurants and started remodeling it. And what we were doing was getting it ready to, at some point, float it down here from Biloxi to Hancock County and put it into position here and reopen it, a grand reopening as the Silver Slipper.
Cool.
So on August 27th, I was standing out there with our naval experts and marine guys and figuring what was the best way to get the President Casino barge out of the Broadwater Marina and get it to the boatyard so we could finish the work on it. The next day, I got the call from the Gaming Commission that for mandatory shutdown because of the storm that was coming, and the next day was Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, wow.
So this was 4.5 months after we had purchased the barge, and I got a call that night. One of my guys called me on our satellite phone and said, "Congratulations, you're the general manager of the first land-based casino in Mississippi," because the President Casino barge got out of the marina all by itself, went 3/4 of a mile down the road and landed on the other side of Highway 90 on top of the Holiday Inn.
Oh.
And so, well, there you go. And here's the good news. Not that there was much good news associated with that storm, but we were fully insured, and our insurance did pay. And so they, in the meantime, they changed the Gaming Act to allow casinos to be built on land within 800 feet of the mean-high tide line, so we didn't have to be over water or to draw water anymore. So we paid our architect the third time to redesign what was going on here, and we plowed the insurance proceeds back in, and that's why Silver Slipper looks as good as it does today.
Yeah.
So we had the benefit of the original investment plus the insurance proceeds, and we built something that people really don't expect when they come all the way down here to the road.
Right.
Now, we opened to the general public in November of 2006. So we've been open, it'll be 12 years in November for us, and still going strong. Have added amenities as we've gone along.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, well, we started, the first big one that we added was, of course, we opened up without the parking garage.
Right.
Parking garage was behind schedule. We opened up with just surface parking, so it was about a year after we were open that we got the parking garage up, 800 additional parking spaces. But then just in 2015, we completed the hotel. We have 120 rooms and 9 penthouse suites. The top floor is all penthouse suites that are just spectacular. They're nicer than any property anywhere on the coast. And so that's been up and running, and the occupancy has been very, very strong, and we've been very proud of that amenity. And then this past summer, we added 2 more things. We added the Oyster Bar restaurant on the casino floor, which has been a great amenity because we just needed our food product is we're famous for our food.
Right.
So we decided to branch out and reconfigure a few things on the casino floor and create this new dining amenity, and it's been gangbusters since we opened. We're grilling oysters, and we're doing lobster, and we have just 1,000 other little all seafood related items, on there, and it's very busy every day, thank goodness. At the same time, we were building our what we call the Beach Club, which is our pool and pool bar. But my CEO is a world traveler, and he said, "You're not getting the concept of what I want. This has to be spectacular. It has to be awesome, and I want it to be an adult amenity." And I said, "Yeah, well, just he travels to the Caribbean a lot." And I said, "Next time you go, just take some pictures." He says, "No, I need you to see it for yourself." So the good news is my wife and I got a trip to St. Bart's in the French West Indies, and we took pictures of all these beach clubs there. And I told him 3 or 4 more of those trips, I might get it.
Yeah.
But we had a great trip, and we took a lot of pictures, and we came back and we actually reconstructed. What we have here is just what you would see if you were in the French West Indies with these, kind of upscale. It's just tremendous amenity, and we open the bar up there every day, weather permitting. And it's a great, and you have to be 21 to go on the pool deck, and it's a great place for, our guests to chill and spend some time and enjoy it, and out right on the, we are right on the beach. You walk out the building, you're in the sand. We're the only casino on the coast where you can do that. So we have chairs and umbrellas out there for people who come with their kids, or they don't want to go up to the pool. They'd rather be, on the beach. And of course, we have that available for them every day too. So that's what we've been working on. And then under the hotel, we built kind of a tiki bar. We had it out in the parking lot when we first built it, but we moved it under the building so it could be rain or shine. And we do events under there now. And like every Thursday night, we just started April 19th, and it's going to go through the first week in October. We call it our Rumble on the Gulf. We have classic cars, motorcycles, and this year we added Jeeps. Starts at 4 o'clock, and they all come, and we give them this whole area in the back of the park, and they just have a big old party every Thursday night. And we open the bar, and we sell some hot dogs, and people have some fun. We got music playing, and 9 o'clock we do a drawing for them up in the casino, and everybody comes up for that. So
yeah, I saw the Jeep when I drove up.
Oh yeah, and we're giving a Jeep away this quarter. That's our promotion now. So the last Saturday of every month we give away.
So I need a Jeep. So what do I have to do to?
So here's what you do: you come on down to the Silver Slipper.
There you go.
And you play your favorite slot machine or table game with your Players Club card in the machine, and you will be acquiring entries or points, and those points translate to entries. And then the day of the drawing, you activate all your entries, and then we call your name, and you drive home in the Jeep. It's simple. It happens all the time. And then this month and the month of April and the month of May, we're having Crawfish Boils as well, open to the public under the hotel where that beach bar is, and starting at 5 o'clock until about 8. And we've been going through about 1,000 pounds of crawfish on a Friday night, just having some fun. The rest of the people will go up to our buffet feeds. We feed 40,000 people a month in our buffet just for lunch and dinner. It's very popular. Our chefs do a tremendous job with keeping it fresh, spicing it properly. They really have learned how to cook crabs properly, after all this.
I saw them lined up earlier.
Yeah,
y'all must open at 11 or something.
We open at 11 o'clock, so if you come here about 10:30, you'll see the early lines. And our lunch is very, very popular because it's only $12.95. But if you're a player with us, it's only $1 comp dollar that you earn while you're playing anyway, and you get to eat. That's how the casino business works. But it's we want to reward the people who are loyal to us,
Right.
And so that's how we've been able to survive and thrive, over the last 12 years. Is that we have a good product. We're a good friend to our community.
That's right.
And we've reached, obviously all the way to Pearl River County and Picayune, and we're actually belong to 6 different chambers of commerce.
Right.
We only have an actual presence in 3 of them, and yours is one.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Hancock County and East St. Tammany are big for us. We have a lot of our customers come over from the St. Tammany area, so and Slidell. So we try to do a lot of stuff out of the building because I just can't sit here and wait for guests to come and see us.
Sure.
We need to come and see you.
Right. So we appreciate that.
No, it's our pleasure. Believe me. So we come out. We've done some parties up, some of the restaurants up there, and we sponsored the golf tournament up, at Millbrook and everything. So, and we will continue to do that. It's just in supporting us that people know.
Party.
Yeah, great Christmas party, which we're doing again this year, by the way. I'll commit to that right now.
All right.
So we need the people who are our guests from your community to know that we appreciate them.
Right.
And we just don't sit back and wait for you to come to us. So we'll do some things up in your neighborhood so you can enjoy that too. And if you need help or a sponsorship in something that's important to what's going on in your community, then that's the role that we play.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah, we probably do more than our share.
Oh,
I'm sure we do more than our share compared to the other casinos in town. But I tell folks with your chamber and the other chambers, I say, listen, I have 550 some employees, and the number changes every day. I should do more than you. If you only have 5 employees or 7 employees, then you should just do what you can.
Right.
But you need to support your chamber,
right,
and you need to be active in your community because that's how everything comes together and grows. Yes, I do more because I have more resources than you do at my disposal, but and you can't force anybody to do anything like that. But we have a great group of staff members here who enjoy doing that sort of thing, and I usually have to pull them back by their collar, but they just want to get out there and run and do some great things. So that's kind of where we are. It's how we've grown as a company. It's how we've positioned ourselves in the communities, that we just like to be a part of what's going on, and we like people to know that it's us that's doing it. And so when you get in your car and you're going to go somewhere, should we go? So a Silver Slipper supports us. Maybe that's where we need to go. And that's kind of how it's worked for us.
Well, we appreciate everything. And is there anything that we haven't covered? I mean, I know y'all got social media presence out there, Facebook, you got a website, and
do all that,
Instagram, and all.
Yeah.
You probably have somebody full time doing all that.
We do, and we have a great advertising and public relations manager, Victoria Langley, and she kind of handles our our social media. We have a great database manager, so when you become a player of ours, Carol goes through our database every day, and we send you mail, send you offers in the mail, give you some incentives to come and visit us, and some free things that you maybe didn't expect. And it's all about it. But I will tell you this: everybody says this when they come here. First of all, they say your food's wonderful,
right?
And if we're going to go out to dinner, you might as well go somewhere where the food's going to be great every time.
Yeah.
And while you're here, and there's a chance you could leave with more money than you came with. So that happens every day.
Yeah.
So we have a nice retail shop, and we have a great pool that's for our guests, and a lot of fun things happening around here. So when you come here, it's we don't ever talk about the gambling portion of it. If people choose gaming as their means of entertainment, then we have that available.
It's available.
But it's just a place to kind of come and have fun. We have great live music every weekend, Friday and Saturday nights. Some of the best bands in the area, and some of them really draw a big crowd. So we moved some slot machines around on the floor, so we have a big dance floor down there. So when the band starts firing up, everybody's dancing. It's a lot of fun, and it's that way every week.
Well, I haven't met all 550 employees,
well,
but the ones that I've met are super friendly and nice, and very cordial. And but we appreciate everything that y'all do, and we'll just.
Well, I'll tell you, not because we're doing this together, but the chamber is very fortunate that you were available to step in as executive director, because you've kind of taken it to the next level, and
I appreciate
that's the kind of association that we like to have. And if we're going to be involved in an organization, they need to have their stuff together on their end, which you have made sure that happens at Picayune, so we appreciate that.
We appreciate the partnership.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Terry. If y'all like this video, like it, share it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and just be looking for the next videos, and make it a great day.